and hold, Wolf. 1, I need you on the wide shot. 2, I need you on the 7. Find me the 7. There you go, Georgie.
Microphone check, 1, 2, something coming through. Hello, 1, 2. Now we got it. I think we might have it then.
All right, Steve Moreland.
All right, Ben Greavy.
You're partnering up with me today.
Yeah.
For the NASCAR K&N West race tonight. 150 laps we're going. Brittany Zamora on the pole.
Yeah. This is the Chicks Rule edition of the K&N Pro Series West.
I don't think Brittany's a fan favorite out here, is she?
No, she's...
No Brittany Zamora fans?
Come on. Yeah. Check what? Now it's getting better. See, it's peaking all the way up here, so... Yeah, just punching. Try that, see if that's something right. Yeah.
$150 laps to go. Brittany Zamora on the pole. Haley Deegan, another local driver. Trent Moriarty in the 7. And always a threat to win it every time he's out here. Todd Souza in the 13. Derek Krause definitely. All right, they have the 1 to go at the line. All right, Evergreen Speedway, let's make some noise. They come out of turn 4. On your feet as we're looking to go green. Green flag in hand. And we are off racing K&N 150. Brittany Zamora, good jump on the inside. Trevor Huddleston right next to her, battling it out.
And here comes Zamora with the edge out of turn number 4 with 6 car up on the outside, 9 up on the outside. First lap, Zamora as they head down into turn number 1. Trevor Huddleston right behind his always. He gets single file. A good battle about in that spot with the number 27 car, Trent Moriarty. Solidly in that 5th spot early on in the K&N Napa 150 here at Evergreen Speedway. Zamora now with about a 3-car length lead over Huddleston. Derek Kraus in the 3rd spot. Haley Deegan with a nice move up into the 4th position as they are in between turns 1 and 2 on the 5/8 here. Historic event here at Evergreen Speedway for the K&N Pro Series West. They have been here more to this track more than any other track in their history, and it's been a long one. Enios on the side of the 99 of Brittany Zamora now as Huddleston took a look down on the inside as they came off at turn number 2. And a good run, though. Brittany Zamora with a beautiful run heading down into turn number 3 as he's opened up about another 2-car length lead as they come across and out of turn number 4. Last time by it was about a 0.2 of a second lead. Okay.
And Zamora still holding on to her lead. Trevor Huddleston chasing her down. Single file Zamora, Huddleston, and Derek Kraus as they are 5 laps in. As our drivers are starting to get spread out a little bit, Zamora, Huddleston, Kraus, and Haley Deegan all still battling it out. Up on the front, Trent Moriarty currently in 5th, looking to chase down the leader Zamora in front of him. 2 local fan favorites out here at the Super Speedway of the West.
And it's good now with about let's call it about a 10-car length difference between 1st and 2nd spot, with Brittany Zamora looking really sharp coming off at turn number 4 and down into 1. She has just been hitting the same spot on the racetrack as we are currently working lap number 9 here out of 150 for the K&N Pro Series West. But boy, those 2 cars are definitely the class of the field. Derek Kraus in the 16, another Bill McAnally car. All 3 of them Toyotas, all 3 of them out of Southern California. As Kraus has a nice turn off of 4 with Haley Deegan, the 3rd BMR car, as they head down into turn number 1. Trent Moriarty, like we talked about on the opener, a series championship with the NASCAR Whelen All-American Series in the number 7 for Jefferson Pitts Racing. And that looks like an extremely comfortable fit. But back up front, as they are coming out of turn number 4, it looks like Huddleston may have picked up about a car length or 2 on that last lap. Brittany Zamora taking it down into turn number 1.
And lap traffic already coming into play just 10 laps in. As your leader, Brittany Zamora, gets around lap traffic. A nice battle, middle of the pack there, as the 77 of Takuma Koga maybe having a little bit of an issue as he's appeared to slow down. And Bobby Hillis Jr. having some trouble as the 37 gets spun out and faces the wrong direction in turn 1 and turn 2. That's Josh Finopoulos getting spun out and introducing himself into the beast of the 5/8s here at Evergreen Speedway. And luckily, it appears his car is okay. As that Ford from Boise, Idaho just got a little loose and got introduced to the wall out there. Which that wall looks a whole lot better than it did last week as we had the terrain race out here and it was covered in mud. 13 laps in. Brittany Zamora still your leader.
Check 1, 2. Let's try this microphone.
Napa Auto Parts is a proud sponsor of Evergreen Speedway. When you need the Napa know-how, look no farther than your locally owned and operated Napa Auto Parts stores throughout the Puget Sound. Napa Auto Parts has more parts inventory than any other parts store in the Northwest. So when you need the right part at the best price, head to Napa Auto Parts. We had a pit side reporter in Kyler Hope, and I had a little help up here from Steve Mortland, but our sound system is being a little wonky right now, and I'm down to one microphone, so you're just blessed with my voice. Natural Factors is one of the largest manufacturers of nutritional products in North America, and their factory is located right here in Monroe. They're currently hiring for all shifts and looking for new members to join their team. Natural Factors has a passion for delivering the very best and most effective natural products and vitamins. And we're back off green racing as Brittany Zamora still on the inside. Trevor Huddleston battling up next to her. As a nice opening lap there for Zamora, builds up a little bit of her lead. Trent Moriarty in the 7th car has moved his way up into 4th position, chasing down the 16 of Derek Kraus. Single file, they come. Trent Moriarty right on the back bumper of Kraus out of turn 2. Nothing there. Zamora still your leader, followed by Trevor Huddleston. As Trevor Huddleston closing the gap on Brittany Zamora, looking to make a pass on the inside. Zamora able to hold him off for now. As Moriarty's trying to close the gap on Derek Kraus as well. With the 19 of Haley Deegan. And at your top 5 right there. Zamora, Huddleston, Kraus, Moriarty, and Deegan. Zamora putting in times of 24.283 right now. Trevor Huddleston, 24.291. As your leader starting to approach lap traffic once again. And Zamora able to go around the lap traffic in front of her. As Bobby Hillis Jr. not having his best race of the year. As Kraus and Moriarty trying to get around lap traffic now. As Zamora is starting to open up a little bit of a lead over Huddleston. As still 123 laps to go. Zamora still charging through the field. Zamora, Huddleston, Derek Kraus, Trent Moriarty, and Haley Deegan still your top 5.
Check 1, 2. Oh, there we got it.
Hey, I got Steve Portland back.
Oh, man. That was a good run to the office and back. All right, let's pick it up. Brittany Zamora is out in front by just about a half second over the 9 car of Trevor Huddleston, Derek Kraus, 4 seconds back from the lead. As we are working lap number 33. And there she is, 34 now, as she is hanging out nicely, but boy, Ruddleston just hanging in there, just close enough to make a difference.
Yeah, lots of lap traffic very early in this race. Zamora doing a great job weaving and working her way through, not being startled in the slower cars in front of her. And just continues to build on the pole she set earlier.
And a lot of pressure on that young lady, but boy, she is playing it cool. Her home track of Evergreen Speedway. And still about a 5-car length lead. Huddleston in that iconic number 9 Sunset Ford, as they are working their way around lap traffic halfway between turns 3 and 4. Beautiful line with Zamora in the 99 coming out of turn number 4 and across the line here on lap number 36. Now we're much better. Pretty much single file all over the 5/8 here at Evergreen Speedway as the leaders now out of 4. Getting underneath the 37 car here just shortly with Zamora working it up on the outside. Boy, it has just been a 2-car race with Zamora and Huddleston. Trevor in that number 9 car as they get around the 37 halfway down the 5/8 backstretch here at Evergreen.
Brittany just edging out the best time, still 100th of a second quicker on each lap over Huddleston. As just continues to put her foot down. How much play is tires going to come in this early in the race?
It's going to be pretty interesting because both of them are so far out ahead over the 3rd place car of Derek Kraus, almost a full straightaway. But those two are kind of keeping themselves measured, I guess, for a better way to put it. But Zamora is still hanging on. She may have picked up about 2 car lengths on that lap.
Yeah, Zamora with the 24.732 last lap. Not her best lap, but she's working it out there.
And a 4.5 second lead now over the 3rd place car of Derek Kraus. And Derek Kraus might be playing kind of a wait and see game as well, but can't let him get too far ahead because those two are running the same exact line on the racetrack. It's really fun to watch these two, Huddleston and Zamora, as they are in between 1 and 2.
And just over a quarter of the way done on this one. Still anyone's race.
As we are working lap number 40, halfway break at lap 75, so 35 to go to get to that point. And they'll have about 5 minutes to kind of make the adjustments they need, throw a couple of right side tires on it. Would be real surprised if you see anybody taking 4 tires at the halfway break. But look at Huddleston now as he has really climbed up. He's really picked up a lot. Trying to get to the back bumper cover of the 99 Toyota, Brittany Zamora. Huddleston now taking a look down on the inside as they come out of turn number 4. This could be the most serious attempt at a pass we've had so far. Brittany with a beautiful job using that lap car as a pick. Manages to hang out, but boy, keep an eye on that 9. He is actively searching a way around the 99.
Huddleston looking to set himself up on a slingshot like we saw a little earlier on today. Zamora able to hold him off. Here comes Huddleston again, dipping down way low out of turn 4. Able to hold on as he keeps trying to get around Zamora on the low side. Looks like Zamora slows it down there a little bit in between turns 1 and 2. And Huddleston once again looking to dive down on the inside.
Well, unfortunately, Brittany has to deal with turn 4, and here it comes again. That car just really doesn't want to tighten up coming out at turn number 4, but she does such a nice job heading out into 1 and out of 2 that may be just saving her. She's got plenty of straightaway speed, but boy, that 99 car does not like turn 4 on this 5/8 at all.
And Zamora and Huddleston absolutely cruising around now. Almost a 5-second difference between first and second and third. As Zamora is still able to hold on with 44 laps down. Trevor Huddleston right on the bumper, looking to drop down on the inside once again. Still not there. Can Zamora keep up the pressure on the back stretch, as she has been slow in the corners all night?
She really got a good run off at turn number 3 that time. Last lap, though, Huddleston really had a white knuckle moment as the back end was really twitchy on that Sunrise Ford. And here she comes now. Look at Huddleston down on the inside. Zamora, we'll see if she can get a good run off at turn 2. She doesn't this time. Huddleston with a nose out front. They're side by side down into turn number 3. Coming up on lap traffic. New leader coming out of turn number 4. It's going to be Huddleston, Trevor Huddleston in the 9. New leader here on lap number 46.
Let's see how Zamora plays it with 3 lap cars ahead of her. Will she be able to set one of those for a pick and roll?
And this might be, Ben, something that Brittany Zamora may really benefit from, following the 9 car around for a little bit. She just spent 45 laps hanging on to that lead. Now she can watch and see if she can pick out a better attempt. And like we have talked about, turn 4 has been her nemesis, but watching Huddleston really picked up a lot in the past couple of laps. He's now out to the largest lead of the race for either one of those 2 cars. Huddleston now working the lap traffic really nicely. Went up on the outside. Lap car took the move down on the inside. Here comes Brittany Zamora in that number 99 orange Toyota Camry, right behind the 38 machine. John Wood is still out in front of Zamora, but boy, I tell you, Huddleston now has really opened up a whale of a lead. Almost about a second lead now over the 99 of Zamora, and still a long ways back to Derek Kraus in that number 16 Napa car. There's a lot of top-notch drivers have been behind the wheel of that 16 over the years. It's been really fun to watch the development. A lot of good names. Brendan Gaughan has been in that car. Austin Cameron has been in that car. Chris Eggleston has driven it for a couple of years. And all have done just a superb job in that number 16 Napa K&N Pro Series West car. But boy, it is all Trevor Huddleston now as he really slid coming out at turn number 4. But boy, that number 9 car is just got it dialed in right now with Brittany Zamora about 20 to 25 car lengths back.
As they are a third of the way done now, 50 laps.
That's all we can do. 25 to go, as Ben mentioned. Trevor Huddleston now in that SunriseFord.com number 9 car. Brittany Zamora makes her way across. Trent Moriarty still hanging into that 4th spot right behind the 16 of Derek Kraus. Derek Kraus with a lot of laps on this 5/8 and a lot of late models. Has run a couple of West races here over the years, but is looking pretty stout in that thing. Trent Moriarty holding on nicely in that 7 car, but the leader, Trevor Huddleston, man, I tell you, that guy is just gone. He is really on cruise control. We're coming up with 22 laps to go before the 75-lap break.
Trevor Huddleston from Agora Hills, California. Still your leader.
Look at that wad up. Look at Moriarty taking a look down on the inside in turn number 3, Ben, trying to get underneath the 16 of Derek Kraus as we've got a caution on the racetrack. Taking a look around, see if I can find out what the reason is. They're talking about debris on the racetrack. So what a break for the 99 of Brittany Zamora. Trevor Huddleston threatening to run away with this early on the first half of the Napa Auto Parts 150 here at Evergreen Speedway. So the Evergreen Speedway pace car will be picking up the field as they come out of turn number 4. It's Trevor Huddleston in that number 9 SunriseFord.com machine. Brittany Zamora. Derek Kraus really was probably thankful about this caution as well, as Trent Moriarty was putting a serious bid to move up into that 4th spot. Trevor, of course, in that number 7 car. Good run. Hanging in there, Haley Deegan in the 19 Monster Energy Drink Napa Filters car is looking pretty good for her first time at Evergreen Speedway. Haley with a couple of wins so far on the K&N Pro Series West. Was at racing just, I believe, last Wednesday or Thursday at Bristol in a K&N Series East race back there
hopped on a plane, made her way to good old Monroe, and happy to have her and her team with us tonight. Trent Moriarty in the Jefferson Pitts racing car. That team announced just this past week that they are going to kind of divest themselves, I guess, for lack of a better term. Jeff Jefferson out of Natchez, Washington, is going to keep his side of the operation here, and then Jerry Pitts is going to kind of get a late model team and do an occasional toe dip into the K&N Pro Series West, but he is going to move down to, I believe, his home base of Las Vegas. I believe, don't quote me on that, but it's going to be an interesting deal. Jefferson Pitts Racing, obviously the Jefferson family racing-wise history in the Pacific Northwest is just unparalleled, and the Jefferson Pitts Racing team has really made a good representation of themselves. And it's always fun to see one of the local guys. We've seen Trent Moriarty, brought to you by J2 Racing in that number 7 Ford. That car has quite a few different local late model guys. I know Garrett Archer ran it here a couple years ago and really did well in that car. So good to see that at least the Jefferson Racing will continue to field cars and a bunch of Fords for the K&N Pro Series West for the foreseeable future, and that's a pretty cool deal because this is a great series, and the more quality teams and more quality cars and crews and sponsors really will help this thing along. And we want to thank NES Motor Oil and Napa Filters. They are the proud sponsors of the number 99 car Toyota, driven by Brittany Zamora out of Kennewick. Thank you guys for being here. Thanks to all you guys from Napa Auto Parts. You've been so loyal to this track over the years, and an absolute phenomenal partner to be here out at Evergreen Speedway. Also want to thank Bardall. Those guys are down at the north end of the grandstands, I think right next to the kettle corn sign. So stop down and check out the great guys, historic guys from Bardall. Another great Pacific Northwest tradition here at Evergreen Speedway.
And we are getting the one to go at the line.
And we got two cars pulling off, too.
As Huddleston will be on the inside, Zamora on the outside.
Got Travis Milburn in the 08 car pulling off, as well as the 36 car of Tony Constantino.
Of course, they have 22 laps to go before the break, where they'll take a quick 5-minute break, add in some fuel if needed, throw on a fresh set of tires, and then they'll be back battling out for the last 75 laps of the Napa Auto Parts K&N West.
And it's going to be interesting, Ben, to see both the 9 of Huddleston and the 99 of Zamora, how they're going to do after that break is over with some fresh tires on their car.
And speeding out of the pits to join the rest of the party there. Travis Milburn, as the Speedway Chevrolet pace car pulls off, looking for the green flag. NASCAR official, steady, 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 go. And a very good jump by Huddleston. Zamora, not so good off the restart, drops all the way back into 4th. As Derek Kraus with a good jump in front of her. And the 19 of Haley Deegan, that's going to drop Brittany Zamora in the 99 all the way back to 4th. As they're coming back around, it is going to be Trevor Huddleston, your new leader. And here comes Derek Kraus into 16. As he's going to get into second with a nice little cutoff there going into turn 1.
That, folks, was called side drafting as they came off at turn number 2. And Kraus played that to perfection, got Haley just a little bit loose and got around it for that second spot. But Haley Deegan not going to remember. These two have got to pass. They are teammates, but they aren't afraid to move each other.
Huddleston with a nice bump there, opening up probably about a 10-car lead over Derek Kraus. Single file they come out of turn 4 into the front stretch. It's still Huddleston in the lead. Derek Kraus battling it out. Haley Deegan in 3rd with Brittany Zamora chasing her down.
All right, Ben, we're almost there.
This has been quite the challenge with microphones and timing devices up here tonight.
Technology has not been our friend. But we got it now. Look at this. Cars are going across. We just don't know who they are, but we do know that Edelston in that number 9 has really tore off again. Trevor Huddleston, I'm sorry.
Steve, you want to know the good news about this?
What?
Is in about 4 seconds right now,
yeah,
no one will be able to hear a word we say.
Isn't that great?
So right now, no one can hear anything we're saying.
I like it.
So
what should we say while we have the opportunity? Our friends at Fans Choice Cam, though, they can get us to go. It's, we know who's in the lead. It's about a 1.3 second difference, though, between the 9 of Huddleston and the 16 of Derek Krause. Look at Haley Deegan taking a long look coming out of turn number 4. She really had her eyes peeled on the inside of that 16 as they come out of turn 4 on that last lap. We're coming up on 10 laps to go for the halftime break. They'll bring them in, they'll get them stopped, and when every car is stopped, the engine shut off, the 5-minute clock will start, and then off to town they go, because there's going to be some pretty heavy moves made out. And boy, Haley Deegan just all over the back of the 16 car at Krause like a cheap suit. Boy, she has definitely got the faster car, but Derek Krause knows the way that she's going to make her way around. And Brittany Zamora is still hanging out back in the 4th spot. Not a great restart by her when we started about 5 laps ago. But man, Huddleston, he's the class of the field as he takes it into 1. Huddleston now out of turn number 4 on lap number 67. Deegan just hanging within about a half a car length over the back end as we got the 36 car stuck down, trying to see if they're waiting to let that car make its way out to the track, and that looks like exactly what's going to happen right in front of the 34 machine of Taylor Canfield. And they'll get those 2 cars back on the way, hopefully get them up to speed as we are coming out of turn number 4 with our leader, Huddleston, with lap number 69. And the best battle on the track is for that 2nd spot. Haley Deegan looking for all kinds of ways to get either around on the outside or down on the inside. And boy, did she get a great run coming off at turn number 2. And here we go into turn number 3. Deegan down on the inside. Krause up on the outside. Let's see what happens. They're side by side, door to door, coming off at turn number 4, and as they come across the line by a nose, it's going to be the number 16 Napa filter car, and Deegan got loose coming out of 4, almost pushed Krause up into the wall, but a great job of driving by both those drivers, and it will still remain Derek Krause in that 2nd spot, Haley Deegan in 3rd, but boy, did she get loose coming out at turn number 1 that time, and back up front, it is all Trevor Huddleston. And here comes Deegan again, taking a look down on the inside. This is awesome. Now watch it as Deegan almost spun it out.
Haley Deegan making contact there with Trevor Krause. Somehow both able to hold on strong through turn 1. And look at the lead Trevor Huddleston has brought in with just 4 laps to go before the break. It is going to be Huddleston and Krause and Deegan, and the 6 car Jager Jones.
Jager Jones with a nice move coming into turn number 4 to get underneath and around the 99 of Brittany Zamora. But I have a feeling that 19 car probably got told, you know, you've got a couple of laps. Don't destroy it before we get to the halfway point. But boy, Haley Deegan was absolutely digging. And I don't think she may be quite done yet. But the laps are winding down. 2 more to go before they see that halfway break sign. It is still Trevor Huddleston with a monster lead, maybe as big as lead of the event, but the race is on for 2nd spot with Derek Krause and Haley Deegan in the 19. Jagger Jones in that number 6 car in the 4th spot. Then we go back to Brittany Zamora, make up the top 5. Looks like Trent Moriarty in that 7 car is in the 6th spot. But it has been a whale of a race for that 2nd spot as they come up on lap traffic, as Krause is going to work the lap traffic up on the outside. Look at that, nose to tail, your second, third, and fourth place cars. Kraus, Deegan, and Jones as they come out at turn number 4. It's kind of an afterthought for that number 9 machine. He's just on another planet in the first half of this race, and they should be getting 1 lap to go because we are working lap number 75. So they should be coming in pretty quick. And here comes Deegan looking down on the inside of Kraus. Going to give it one more shot. Had to back out of it as they were in turn 3. Let's see what she does now coming out at turn number 4. Here they come. It is going to be Derek Kraus with Haley Deegan and Jagger Jones. Brittany Zamora in the 5th spot. But boy, the Bears are beating. The best race on the track right now is halfway down the backstretch.
And that is going to bring out the yellow flag, the halfway point in the race. And drivers are going to have about 5 minutes to head into the pits and make any quick adjustments they need to make. Please, no vaping or smoking in the grandstands. You can be cited by the sheriff's office. If you need to smoke or vape, you must do it in one of the beer gardens. You will be cited by the sheriff's office. For all your housing needs, please contact Team GAM of RE/MAX Elite. The supercharged Team GAM staff is ready to make your home buying fast and fun. With hundreds of satisfied customers, you won't be disappointed. Check out Team GAM at Elite Speedway Homes. Napa Auto Parts has more parts inventory than any other parts store in the Northwest. So when you need the right parts at the best price, head to Napa Auto Parts. K&N manufactures the original performance air filter of NASCAR. This high-flow air filter technology was invented by a K&N and is designed to improve horsepower. A K&N factory replacement air filter can last 10 years or 1,000,000 miles. That's because they're washable, reusable air filter that can last the life of your car under normal highway driving conditions. K&N air filters are handcrafted in the U.S. and can be found in millions of cars worldwide. K&N, superior airflow, superior performance. All right, as they are going to head into the pits. We'll see if Kyler Hope's mic works, as we've been having technical difficulties all day. Kyler, are you down there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Apparently, yes.
Woo! Something works. So it's Kumako earlier, the number 77 had smoke, and they had some miscommunication between driver and crew to be able to get to it earlier. So sadly, he is done.
Let's see if we can get Kyler over to interview Brittany real quick. KSTW is the CW11, Seattle's home of the CW network. The CW is the best place to find today's great new shows, Riverdale and Supergirl, plus fan favorites such as The Flash, The Arrow, and The Supernatural. Kick back, relax, and laugh. The all-new CW11, your racer-friendly network. Make sure you go and say hi to our friends Laurel down there for the CW11. She had some awesome posters she was giving away earlier. Clean Crawls does the work you don't want to. They can install state-of-the-art, energy-efficient, and healthy insulation that keeps your home cozy in the winter and cool in the summer. Clean Crawls. Call them for a free quote or go to cleancrawls.com. Central Welding Supply has 24 locations to serve your welding supplies needs all over the western region. Central Welding Supply is the largest locally owned provider of gases, safety, and welding supplies. For all your welding supply needs, stop by any of the 24 locations throughout the western region. Take care of business anytime with Coastal's free online banking. Pay bills, make deposits, transfer funds, and more. Whenever and wherever it works for you. Learn more at coastalbank.com. Member FDIC. Buzz Inn Steakhouse has some of the best food and specials in the industry, from $3.99 breakfast specials Monday through Friday to $7.99 dinner specials. Check out the Buzz Inn 7 days a week. Seattle and surrounding areas top country is 98.9 The Bull. Check out the Fitz and Crew for all your top country hits. Speedway Chevrolet and RV Center is your RV headquarters in Snohomish County. Stop by and check out the huge inventory of these beauties. For all your RV needs, check out the Speedway Chevrolet and RV Center. Shoreline Community College offers a wide variety of programs like nursing, dental hygiene, criminal justice, accounting, photography, marketing, and much, much more. That's Shoreline Community College, the official educator of Evergreen Speedway. As NASCAR officials are getting the cars pushed back out from their stalls. And clearly a couple cars having some problems, as you can see the track dry down in the pits. Maybe fuel hit out there. All right, as the 2 caution laps do count at the end there, and they will have 73 laps to go when the green flag comes back out. For the Napa Auto Parts NASCAR K&N West Series, proudly presented by Ineos Oil. All right, as they're getting them lined up on the back stretch behind the Speedway Chevrolet pace car. All right, we'll try Kyler down in the pits once again.
So I was outside the 13 pit of Todd Souza, and they had a lot of trouble trying to get fuel in the car. So it'll be interesting to see if that 13 machine was able to get enough fuel to last the last 73 laps. And it looks like everyone got 4 fresh tires. So let's see what they can do for some of these drivers.
As clearly we're still having some technical difficulties with our audio. I heard something about fresh tires. All right, and as they get the whole field caught up there, hopefully we'll be coming to 1 to go at the line. I really think we need to start a GoFundMe to get Troy and John some of those cool helmets for up in the flag stand. We throw some GoPros up there. Maybe we'll even get one for Dave to wear, just to be cool. Trevor Huddleston in his Ford, leading it out of the break. Derek Kraus in his Toyota next to him. Haley Deegan in her Toyota. And Jagger Jones in his Ford. All right, Evergreen Speedway, on your feet if you're able. Let's make some noise as they come out of turn 3 and 4 and into the home stretch of the K&N Pro Series West 150. And they're not going to go green here. They're going to get the 1 to go here. Oh, no, I'm sorry. We are going green. Let's make some noise, Evergreen Speedway. Here we go. And there's the green flag. We are back off. As a nice jump by Derek Kraus on the outside there. As he's door to door with Huddleston. Coming all the way out of turn 2 and into the back stretch. A great jump by Derek Kraus there. Haley Deegan battling it in as she's looking to go on the inside of Huddleston in his number 9. Kraus with a great pass. There's your new leader. As the 19 and 9 are touching bumpers as they cross the start finish. And a nice run for Haley Deegan there, right on the back bumper of the 9 Huddleston.
Boy, that was an amazing amount of space that was in between the nose of the 19 and the bumper cover of the 9, and Haley Deegan washed up a bit. Almost allowed Jones to maybe make a move underneath, but they have single filed it out now all over the 5/8 with the remaining cars out there. But a beautiful start by Derek Kraus in that 16 Napa car. Into turn number 1 they go. Huddleston had a nice run heading into turn number 1, but Kraus really has got that Napa car dialed in. They made some serious adjustments at the halftime break on that 16 Bill McAnally Toyota as they are making their way into turn number 4. Boy, I tell you, the 9 car really loose coming out of turn number 4. The tires are waiting to get heated up. In that Sunrise Ford number 9 to Huddleston, who has just dominated this race so far. Haley Deegan now about 3 cars back, and then we go back to Jagger Jones in the 6, the 99, the pole sitter, Brittany Zamora. Keeping an eye on the 7 of Trent Moriarty as he took a look on the inside of the 27. Teammates battling for position as the 27 really washed up high. Look at Moriarty as he almost went up high too, but he gathered it up nicely, and they're still side by side battling for that 6th spot. 27 car has made a nice run on the outside. Devin Dodson driving for Jefferson Racing in that number 27 as he's gotten back around the front of the 7, but back up front it is all Derek Kraus. Huddleston took a look on the inside as they came out at turn number 1, and those two are starting to break away from the 3rd place car of Haley Deegan. Brittany Zamora now with a move on the inside, trying to get around Jagger Jones. Let's see if they make it side by side. Jones with a bit of an advantage as they come off at turn number 4. down into the straight stretch, and Jones is still hanging on by a thread. Zamora making a serious attempt to pick up that 4th spot. As the field is down into turn 3 on the 5/8. And let's check out Huddleston now, as he's going to try and take a look on the inside. And wasn't able to make that Ford stick. Good Toyota versus Ford battle as they got together right just going into turn number 2. Great job of driving by both those young men as they came out of turn number 2 sideways. Gathered it up and down into 3 they go. Huddleston taking another deep look on the inside. If he can just get that thing to stick, and he may be able to pull it off this time, as Huddleston now down on the inside in turn number 1 with Kraus up on the outside, coming up into lap traffic. Kraus with a great run off at turn number 2. He's got a half a car length as Huddleston now is going to get stuck on the inside, and here comes Kraus using that lap car as a pick. Nicely done, and that could really help out Haley Deegan too, and it does. Look at Haley Deegan getting around him. Beautiful move.
Interesting choice there, Steve, to go 3 wide and just make a sandwich out of the lap car, but
yeah,
it worked, and a great move to advance position there, as lap traffic definitely coming into play. 60 laps to go. And this, the first of 2 more main events to go, as we still have our super late model shootout as well, as we'll be going 100 laps with some more great drivers from across the Northwest and a couple drivers here pulling double duty. As your leader is still the 16 of Derek Kraus, followed by the 19 of Haley Deegan, as Brittany Zamora has dropped all the way back into the 5th spot, but still plenty in this race as she is chasing down the 6 car of Jagger Jones, the 9 car of Trevor Huddleston, and of course Deegan, and your leader, the 16 of Derek Kraus.
Huddleston now taking a serious look on the inside of Deegan as they come off at turn number 4. Here they come side by side. Huddleston with a nose out in front across the start-finish line. He will be listed in 2nd spot and does a beautiful job getting around the 19 of Haley Deegan to put Deegan back into the 3rd spot to get up onto the victory stage here when we get this thing all done after 150 laps. But Derek Kraus loving to see all of that in his rearview mirrors. It just allows him to keep pulling ahead in that Napa Auto Parts Curb Motorsports number 16 Toyota.
Really single file now all around the track, as there still are definitely a couple slow cars out there, but they're just kind of working them around as they now hit the 95 laps down, 55 to go. Derek Kraus in the Napa Auto Parts machine with a nice lead working over Trevor Huddleston.
You know, Ben, this is typically the part of the race where the crew chiefs and the spotters are probably telling these guys, just kind of don't get past, but don't do anything that's going to jeopardize you when we've got about 10 laps to go, because that's when it's really going to start to pick up. These guys are getting told, maybe just, you know, kind of keep your tires cool, don't get them overheated. We need to get to the end so we can finish good. And that made sense. That's good. Keep it that way.
I'm hoping and assume you were saying something about saving tires, maybe?
Yes, I was. You got it.
As the Napa Auto Parts thing has lost some air.
Oh, no. Oh.
And down goes Steve's Napa Auto Parts box.
Doggone it. Well, it'll be easier to take home now. I don't have to put that whole thing in the back of my truck. All right, let's pick it back up. Look what's happening up front here, Ben, in turn number 1, as Huddleston now is making a serious attempt to get around the 16 of Derek Kraus as they're halfway down the backstretch, blowing the signs down on the backstretch of the 5/8. Kraus with a good run into turn number 3, picked up a couple of car lengths, but boy, Huddleston has been the class of the field in that number 6 car. Or excuse me, in the number 9, as they're going to get around the number 37 machine once more as they are in turn 3 and 4. It's Kraus in the 16 Toyota. It is Huddleston in the number 9 Ford. A lot of famous drivers have been behind the wheel of that number 9 car too, but look at him now going into 1.
Huddleston kind of out of nowhere just closed the gap here, and he's your new leader.
Yeah, that was impressive.
It just seemed like Kraus was running away, and then Huddleston just kept chipping, and he is your new race leader with 50 laps to go.
And that just kind of blew my theory right out of the water. See how useless that was? And our new leader, Trevor Huddleston, now is getting around lap traffic. Derek Kraus about 5 car lengths back, and then Haley Deegan still solidly in that 3rd spot. Here comes Brittany Zamora taking a look underneath Jagger Jones in the turn number 3, and we're going to have a new 4th place car when they come out of it, providing lap traffic doesn't get in the way, but the crowd going nuts. Brittany Zamora has got up into the 4th spot as she has gotten around cleanly the 6th machine of Jagger Jones.
Zamora looking for some more help as lap traffic in front of her. Can that be what she needs to jump back up into the podium? Still plenty of time. No need to panic here for Brittany Zamora and her team.
I find it ironic, Ben, that when the Napa sign starts to go down, the Napa car got passed. There's some meaning to that. I just know it. But up front, as he was in the middle portion of the first segment, Trevor Huddleston in the number 9 is opened up about a 15 car length lead over Derek Kraus in the 16. Then we go back about 5 more car lengths, maybe 6, to the number 19 of Haley Deegan. Chicks rule in the 3rd and 4th spot with Deegan in 3rd, Zamora in the 4th spot. We'll have 45 laps to go the next time by, and here is that next time right now. Lap 105 is complete. It is still Trevor Huddleston doing an outstanding job in that number 9 SunriseFord.com machine.
As Zamora looking to close the gap on Haley Deegan in the backstretch, looking to dive down on the inside and back into 3rd place, as she's very aggressive there, jumping down on the inside. Deegan able to hold off through turn 4. Will Zamora try and stick the inside, or will she maybe try and get around the outside of Haley Deegan? Still plenty of time to try and find your way back up on the podium. As Trevor Huddleston up in front, Derek Kraus chasing him. And Kraus kind of about the spot chasing Huddleston as they were flip-flopped about 10 laps ago. And then all of a sudden, Kraus took over the lead. So let's keep an eye on that, see how those tires hold up here as Zamora kind of backs off Deegan a little bit for now.
Well, I think what that might have done, Ben, is that might have helped Brittany Zamora when it came down to getting a spot around the 19 of Deegan. She kind of knows now how to do it and where to do it. And that's some pretty valuable information. Kind of keep that tucked in the back of your mind. Let the tires cool down. Let yourself cool down. And make another stab at it here in about another 10 laps. We'll see how it goes, but it is still the number 9 machine out front. Trevor Huddleston doing a phenomenal job behind the wheel and getting stuck behind some lap traffic. And here comes Derek Kraus. That might be what Kraus needed to see. Huddleston having some difficulty getting around the lap cars.
Apparently the lap traffic didn't see the slow down, leaders coming behind you flag. And kind of setting a little bit of pick for Huddleston there. Good for the drivers behind him. As they now just have 40 laps to go. 40 lap shootout. And it is still about 5 drivers in contention for this one. Starting in 6th place, Jagger Jones. Brittany Zamora in 4th. Haley Deegan in 3rd. The 16 of Derek Kraus 2nd. And your current leader is Trevor Huddleston in the 9 as they are going to go yellow here.
Man. You know, I saw the NASCAR official with his binoculars focused on turn 1. I'm wondering if there might not be a little chunk of something down in there But these restarts have been super interesting in this race, and we're going to have another one coming up here pretty quick. This is really going to be interesting.
Yeah, it's crazy how they're really slow coming out of turn 4, and it really comes down to the reset, who has it. All-In Energy Drink is the official energy drink of Evergreen Speedway. All-In is made right here in Washington with only natural ingredients. All-In Energy Drink is available Safeway, Albertsons, and other fine retailers. Your local fuel at the Speedway. All-In Energy Drink. Experience exhilarating gaming at Angel of the Winds Casino Resort. Play more than 1,200 slots, a variety of table games, and live keno. The excitement keeps growing as more games, bowling, dining, and entertainment are opening soon as part of the Angel of the Winds expansion. Visit Angel of the Winds Casino Resort at exit 210 off I-5 North in Arlington. Celebrating 80 years in business and operating in over 90 countries, make Bardol your brand. At BCU, we've always had a different way of doing things, a way that puts more money in our members' pockets. It allows more dreams to become a reality. As a member-owned credit union, we believe in people over profit, people over everything actually. We are BECU, altogether different. Anheuser-Busch is the official beer of Evergreen Speedway with beer stations at both ends at the grandstands. Please drink responsibly. Monroe Grocery Outlet is your place to shop and buy. More than just groceries with daily specials on nearly everything you can find at the warehouse stores. Shop Grocery Outlet in Monroe and save up to 40% every day with no membership fees or long lines. Personal service with a smile. Monroe Grocery Outlet. HCI Still Buildings has you covered from carports, mobile home covers, RV, and boat covers, animal shelters to major building structures. HCIStillBuildings.com for every type of building you can imagine. Heritage Distilling is a proud partner of Evergreen Speedway, along with many other sports franchises in our region. Heritage is one of the largest independently owned craft distilleries in our state. Grab a BSB or one of their flavored adult beverages at the Turn 1 Club right now, as they are getting the one to go at the line. As they're going to have 36 laps. It is still the 16 of Derek Kraus and the 9 of Trevor Huddleston up on the front. In the second row is the 19 of Haley Deegan and the 99 of Brittany Zamora. And it's all going to come down to this restart right here, as these restarts have been very fun to watch, as it's a much closer to the finish line restart for this series, as we run in our normal super late models where they're normally coming right out of turn 4 to the green flag. These ones are almost to the checkered flag stand before they get the green.
Yeah, the restarts have been the bane of several drivers' existence in this race. It's really been fun to watch. And you're right, Ben, they hold them to the very, very last opportunity that they can. The Evergreen Speedway Chevrolet pace car is going to pull off. And here we go one more time. A lot of people sitting with a lot of anticipation. Here they come. They're holding them. Green is out. And here we go. Huddleston with a good start, and with Kraus as well.
A good jump again by Huddleston on the inside, as they're kind of bunched up on the backstretch. Too wide. Zamora is going to drop back into 5th again, as once again she didn't have the greatest start when the green flag came off and dropped down a couple positions. Unfortunately, But fortunate, still 35 laps for her to work her way back in. As
oh, hang on there, Billy. Jagger Jones just about looped it and allowed Zamora to get underneath the 6 car. I was just about ready to comment what an incredible restart Jagger Jones had in that 6 Sunrise Ford car, and then he got into turn 1 and it just all went away. And what a break for Huddleston in the 9 car, and Derek Krause as well. Haley Deegan hanging on. But boy, I was so impressed with that start that Jagger Jones had. Look at Moriarty.
yeah, look at Trenton Moriarty jumping in on the inside. Can he find a way to jump up onto the podium? But here comes Brittany Zamora hard at charging onto the 19 of Haley Deegan again, and she's going to jump on the inside and get the
Look
pass.
at that.
Brittany Zamora jumping up into 3rd place. Like we said, still plenty of time for her to get back on the podium, and after a not very good restart, a very good 2 laps out of the chute for Brittany Zamora with 32 laps to go.
Boy, what a great move by the 99 of Zamora as they came out at turn number 4. That was awesome. That even got the officials up here in the top of the grandstands smiling watching that exchange. That was really impressive, but keep an eye on the 19 of Deegan. She is a sharp, sharp cookie, and she knows how to get around now. She's had her 120th lap on this track. She's got it figured out, and let's see if she can keep the wheels underneath that 19. Meanwhile, back up front, it is all number 9, Trevor Huddleston in his Sunrise Ford. Derek Krause comes across, Brittany Zamora, Haley Deegan, Trent Moriarty in that 5th spot. Good run by the 7 of Moriarty.
Krause and Huddleston have just been so fast all night. It's been the 2 of them since about the 25 lap mark of this race. They've been battling it out back and forth. Very curious to see how the couple drivers that are doing the double duty, how they're going to recover in about that hour time to get some water or Gatorade in their system, maybe a quick snack and a little breather, as they're still going to have another 100 laps to go in the super late model race.
To be young again, huh?
Yeah, lucky for them, they will have the street stock main event coming up in between the 2 of them.
So here we are coming up pretty close with 25 laps to go to settle the Napa Auto Parts 150 here at Evergreen Speedway. K&N Pro Series West making again their annual visit to the Super Speedway of the West. So many great memories over the decades that this series has been racing on this 5/8 track. I think they've even had a couple of 3/8 events as well. So it's been a lot of fun to keep track of this series. Oh, wow, that's a shame. Well, I'm glad I'm here then. Okay.
As they will be approaching 25 laps to go. It is still Trevor Huddleston really working up a lead over Derek Krause in the 2nd spot. Don't take your eyes off Brittany Zamora. Can she find her way up and around the 16 of Derek Krause as they have 25 laps to go?
Huddleston now getting around the lap car, number 37, one more time, 25 to go. Like Ben mentioned, the 16 of Derek Krause, the 99 of Brittany Zamora, the 19 of Haley Deegan, Trent Moriarty in the number 7. You tell him out of shape. In that 5th spot, Jefferson Pitts Racing representing nicely in this one. Jagger Jones in the 7th spot.
Just remember, no one can hear us.
That's right.
All right, there goes Zamora on the back stretch. Lap traffic in front of her. Looks like she's going to try and put a charge down and try and catch Derek Krause for 2nd, as there's not a ton of time left. And that 9 of Trevor Huddleston, very content out in front, as he was 2nd in qualifying. So he's been one of the faster cars all day. How much tires is left with 22 laps to go?
This is kind of like Trevor Huddleston's race to lose in that SunriseFord.com number 9 car. As I mentioned a couple times, a lot of really credible drivers have been behind that car over the years. Sammy Potashnik being one of them. I can remember 21 years ago coming out here and seeing that car with Sammy behind the wheel. It's just been one of those really cool. Every time it's kind of a comforting thing when you come here and see these blue and orange Sunrise Fords. And boy, they have put a clinic on out here tonight in the Napa Auto Parts 150. Derek Krause in his Napa Auto Parts number 16, Bill McAnally Racing. There's another name that is iconic with this series and especially this racetrack over the years. Bill McAnally always brings out as much as he possibly can. The support that he has given this series and provided for it is just unmatched, and he really needs to be recognized for that. Third place in the Eneos, number 99 Toyota, Brittany Zamora out of Kennewick, two-time Northwest Super Late Model Series champion, and has going to be, like Ben had mentioned, getting cooled off and going to be doing another 100 laps in her number 52 CW11 Super Late Model coming up here. But, man, I tell you, we've got a longest lead of the night so far for Huddleston in the 9.
I say Trevor Huddleston is absolutely on a roll right now, as he is just building and building and building on that lead as they are approaching 18 laps to go. The last thing he wants is a colored flag coming out, anything but white or black and white, as he is absolutely rolling right now. Trevor Huddleston. Brittany Zamora looking to close a little bit of the gap on Derek Krause, as she looks a little bit faster the last couple laps, maybe getting on those tires and seeing what they're going to have left.
Well, we might start to see that strategy play out, Ben. And boy, Brittany has really chewed up a lot of real estate in these past couple laps, trying to get up to the spot where she can get around the 16 of Krause, her teammate on that Bill McAnally racing car. In fact, Bill McAnally is second, third, and fourth. All of the BMR cars running up in that top 4 spot. But let's see how she does coming into. She's always entered turn 3 really well. She's had trouble coming out of turn number 4, but she looks like she is going to stick it pretty good this time. The car did not wiggle one bit. So Brittany Zamora, keep an eye. 99 as the laps winding down. We'll have 15 to go next time by. Keep an eye on the 99 of Kennewick's Brittany Zamora.
All right, Steve, 15 laps to go.
Yes,
Now's
sir.
the time to make your move, right?
Yeah, it is. If they're going to do it, they got to do it now, and they got to get on it, because obviously the 9 is just, this is his race to lose. They're going to be fighting for that second spot as we see the 7 of Trent Moriarty coming out of turn number 2, looking to move up and to get a position on the 19 of Haley Deegan. Trent hanging in there tough as he takes that Jefferson Pitts Ford out of turn number 4, and he'll do it. Trent Moriarty, local boy, does really nice getting around the 19 of Haley Deegan. Jagger Jones right behind the 19 of Deegan. Maybe that car is going away, but boy, Trevor almost bit it there as he got into the dirt into turn 1.
I just have a real strong feeling here as we approach 13 laps to go. Lap traffic is going to come into play.
I agree.
For second and third here.
And you can see it now as they're having to jockey around a couple of lap cars as they came out of turn number 4. And Haley Deegan really didn't like having to play that move as they got out of turn 4 that time. Trent Moriarty sliding that number 7 car, does a nice dirt track slide job to get it in set up for turn number 2. But down the back stretch they go. Here they come now out of turn number 4. Your leader, Trevor Huddleston, will pick it up, and she'll be sailing a full straightaway lead now over the second place car, Derek Krause, and the 99 of Brittany Zamora in third. It's going to be a happy time down on our Angel of the Winds K&N victory stage coming up here in just about 10 laps, as they will get the 10 lap to go sign when they come by on the next lap. Currently working number 140. We've got 10 more to go, so it is all Trevor Huddleston now. Is he again a full straightaway on our 5/8 track, one of the bigger tracks on the West Coast that these guys will race on. Huddleston now down into one, going to go around another lap car. Derek Kraus.
This really got to be one of the more dominating performances we've seen for a driver out here, as Trevor Huddleston is absolutely just running away from the field right now.
Well, it's just an absolute statement made by the Sunrise Ford team. 2 cars out here tonight. Trevor Huddleston in the 9, Jagger Jones in that number 6 car. Jones now just coming out of turn number 4 with the 19 machine. Haley Deegan's car looks like it's going away as she's gotten past too.
As Moriarty looking to close the gap on Zamora now, as he's got her set down in his sights coming out of turn 3 and into 4. A couple local favorites out here, as Moriarty now is right on the back bumper of Zamora in the battle for 3rd. And like I said earlier, lap traffic definitely could come into play on the podium, as Kraus, Zamora, and Moriarty all still in contention with just over 7 laps to go. Any of those 3 still battling it out for 2nd and 3rd, as the 6th car of Jagger Jones has kind of fallen off the pace a little bit, as here is 2nd, 3rd, and 4th crossing the start finish right now with 7 laps to go.
Boy, Haley Deegan, I have a feeling, is really ready for this race to be over. You head down? Because that number 19 Toyota has just really fallen off the mark here. Out front now, it is just Trevor Huddleston and no one but, as he's gotten around the 38 and the 37 to put them another lap down. Derek Kraus, who's had a phenomenal race, just hasn't quite had whatever the Sunrise Ford of Huddleston has. I don't know if it's horsepower. I don't know if it's the way the thing is handling, how his tire management is. Who knows? But boy, it is really impressive. Which is fine. Probably better than us. Oh, well, thank you. So nice.
As Zamora looking to make one last late push here, 5 laps to go. Zamora currently sitting in 3rd. Can she get around Kraus for that 2nd spot? Lap traffic in front of her, right on the back bumper coming out of turn 4. Really starting to close the gap on Kraus. But here's Moriarty right on the back bumper of Zamora. 4 laps to go. Trevor Huddleston absolutely running away with this one right now. But look right there in the back stretch is Moriarty trying to close the gap even more on Zamora. As your leader crosses the start finish, 3 laps to go.
Right now, there's 3 spotters in the grandstands, letting them know how many more opportunities that they've got to make that pass. All 3 of them want to get around the other. But Derek Kraus doing a great job hanging on to that 2nd spot as they are into turn number 1. Coming out of turn number 4 right now, it's academic for the 9 car of Trevor Huddleston. But back up front, the 99 just couldn't quite get to the back bumper cover like she did a couple laps ago. Derek Kraus still hanging on.
I see 2 laps left to go. I'm sure their spotter is saying, leave it all on the table right now. Pedal to the metal. Let's see if we can catch him with a lap and a half left to go. Kraus just looks like he's a little bit faster, though, right now, as the white flag is out. 1 lap to go, ladies and gentlemen. On your feet. Let's make some noise, Evergreen Speedway. 1 lap to go. As Moriarty right on the back bumper of Zamora in the battle for 3rd. Moriarty looking to make a pass on the inside. It's the black and white checkered flag is out. Contact made.
We got a car
There's
down in
your
the
winner, the 9. Trevor Huddleston. The battle for 2nd and 3rd. Here comes Derek Kraus, 2nd place. Zamora.
Oh, and
Moriarty,
Zamora hanging
hold
on. It had to be.
And unofficially, Brittany Zamora 3rd. They're going to look at the photo finish. 99 does cross first. Brittany Zamora edging out Trent Moriarty for 3rd. It is Trevor Huddleston, your winner. Derek Kraus 2nd, and Brittany Zamora rounding out the podium.
Let him hear you, fans. Trevor Huddleston in the 9, your winner tonight here at Evergreen Speedway. Time to pick up your 50-50 raffle tickets benefiting the Boys and Girls Clubs of Snohomish County. I think they're still going to make one more pass through the grandstands, and I have a feeling you can probably still pick up your 50-50 raffle tickets underneath the grandstands. Make sure and check out all the fine people down in the Turn 1 Club featuring Budweiser and Budweiser products. Also down at the north end of the grandstands, kettle corn. Yeah. Got to go find me some deep fried Oreos, though. And also thanks to Bardall for being here with us all season long.
All right, let's hear it for tonight's winner, all the way from Agora Hills, California, the 9 of Trevor Huddleston. All right, Trevor, after the break, you were absolutely dominant in control of that race. You got to thank your crew, I'm sure, for that one.
Oh, yeah. I mean, this Sunrise 4 car clearly was on rails tonight. I can't thank them enough. I mean, Bob and Marie and Bacardi are the ones who gave me this opportunity. Without them, I wouldn't be standing here. So thanks to them, first off. This entire crew, this number 9, and the Sunrise crew, all the guys at the shop, Bill, everyone. I mean, without them, we can't do our job, and they made it pretty easy on me tonight, so I can't thank them enough.
Up in the booth, we thought the restarts really came into play there. It's slow, slow, slow go, and it seemed like every restart you had a great jump.
Yeah, for sure. There was a couple times we had to work for it, but that just showed you how fast this 9 car was tonight. Restarts were key, like you said. It helped when we were able to get out front and stay out front, but we won, baby.
And who's this gentleman to your left?
This gentleman right here is the ones helping me make my dreams come true. This is Bob Brancotti, owner of Sunrise Ford, and he's one of the only people on the West Coast that allows kids like me to race in his race cars, and really, I don't think he understands how much he means to me.
All right, there he is, the 2018 K&N West at Evergreen Speedway, Trevor Huddleston.